Happy vlog, happy Wednesday. We decided to mix it up a little bit. So we're vlogging on a Wednesday. Like we're just picking up our camera and saying hey to you guys. It's been kind of like nuts over here because it's like fall / going into winter. So while league games may almost be ending, like with baseball, it's when they do most of their tournaments. So it's like every weekend's a tournament, and sometimes both of them have a tournament at the same place. So it's very convenient. It's not. So we had sort of a bonkers weekend with a tournament, and it's just been a slow start to this week. And I think autumn is over. No, I didn't say autumn. I said autumn because autumn here in Dallas is bullshit. It's like a fart in the wind. And so I think it's officially over because this week it's like Halloween week, really dark in the mornings. It's windy and spooky, and it's kind of overcasty. One of the best things about moving to Texas was the big blue skies. And you hear about it in all like the country songs along with the trucks and the beers and the breaking up with their girlfriends. And it's true. I'm from San Diego, so if I look straight ahead, I can never see the horizon unless you're at the beach. There's so many hills, valleys, mountains. So you always see like geographical texture when you look out. You see a house that's up high, or, you know, it's just, it's not just sky. And moving here, everything's flat. So when people say I'm going to go on a hike, I'm like, no, wait. You're going to go on a walk, first of all. Wow, I'm sassy this morning. Yeah, when people say, oh, let's go on a hike. I'm like, okay, are we climbing stuff, or is there hills or valleys? Like, I'm used to hikes where there's warning signs that say, A, you're going to get bit by a rattlesnake, B, the closest first aid is not very close, or C, someone gets a sprained ankle, you know? How did we get on this topic? Weather. Okay, so it's like finally fall weather. I wanted to start vlogging today because I might die and you might never see me again after this, because I had the brilliant idea to take a Pilates workshop class that kind of introduces their circuit program. So the company that I go to for Pilates is called Beyond. And they have 3 studios. 2 of them are reformer Pilates, which are the ones you see with the bed and the straps. But they have another studio that's a circuit studio where you do treadmills. You know those treadmills that have the curve in them? They have kettlebells. They have the Pilates chair, that like wooden contraption that looks like a torture thing. And you kind of have to like bounce around in it. Anyway, so they have this new thing where they're offering workshops. So if you've been curious to try it, like for me, I am notoriously fearful of anything new. If something works, I just stick with it. And I love reformer Pilates, so why would I try anything else? However, as I've gotten older and I am fully convinced I'm in perimenopause, even though my blood work is normal, I feel like physical fitness results on me are a lot different now. My body doesn't respond as quickly, and the soreness lingers a little bit longer. So I'm kind of on this cusp of, I really love how I feel when I do reformer Pilates, physically and mentally, but I may want to, I just want to, like more is more. I want to stack the deck. And if I have the access and the, what's the word? If I'm lucky enough to have access to these many cool programs, and the only thing holding me back is fear, it's almost like God put it in my lap. I was going to talk to Robin, she's like the mom of Beyond. She knows everybody by name. She says hello to everybody. She knows a little bit about everyone. You text her and she answers. And I wanted to ask her last week, hey, which one of the instructors is like the least likely to murder me with her workout if I take a Beyond 500 class? It just wasn't there during the times that I went. And so when I saw the workshop pop up, I was like, I know, see what you're doing. You always do this to me. So all of that to say, what is this, like a 10-minute intro at this point? This 10-minute intro was to say, I signed up for a workshop today at 10:30. It says I have to be there 10 minutes early, so we have to leave at 10. That's really soon here. And then at 1 o'clock, I have my stretch class at a different studio. They're all close by, but it's at a different studio. But I'm like, why did I do this to myself? 2 in 1 day. And here's the thing. The reason that it's a big deal is because today is a playoff game for both of the boys. Both of their league decided to have them both do playoff games on the same day, 15 minutes apart from each other at 2 different ball fields. You know, I'm starting to think someone's at home with their Chardonnay doing like really messed up things with their planning the schedule, or co-parent really pissed off another parent. You know what I mean? Because he's head coach for both teams. They're scheduled basically at the same time, but at 2 different ball fields. Someone's really getting a kick out of this, but you know who isn't? Me. I'm not. And the time is like the single most difficult time of the schedule. I'd rather get home late and suffer the next day than have to rush after school. So Mateo doesn't get home until about 4. He walks home, he gets home about 4, and he has to be at the ball field, changed, ready to go, having eaten, unpacked his bag and everything at 4:45 during rush hour. Like it's not even possible. So that's what tells me someone's at home like, you don't piss me off for the last time, sucker. So co-parent and I have to divide and conquer today. I'll take one of the boys, he'll take the other, and then halfway through their games, we'll flop so that he can actually coach his team. And then the other one actually has a ride home. You know, it's going to be busy. So today was not the day for me to do something like this, but it kind of fell in my lap. And if I don't do things like this, then I don't get out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? And because my first class is at 10:30, my second class is at 1, I thought in between we could run some errands. I have a Costco return. I have a Ulta drive up pickup. You guys, do you remember I was telling you the best dry shampoo ever? I'm convinced. Like if you ask me, Dani, gun to your head, your favorite dry shampoo ever of all time, I would say this one from Pacifica. So this is one of those that doesn't have aerosol. So it comes out and it like comes out in droves. Like it will literally leave a mountain of dust in your hair. So you kind of have to buff it out a little bit more. This one's great, but in a haul not too long ago, I showed you guys this one from Batiste. It's a sweat activated. So I was noticing that when I did my hair before Pilates class and used this one, my hair still looked great, but it sort of gained more volume, almost like the shape that I intended it kind of changed or morphed a little bit because obviously you sweat a little bit. I'm not a sweater, but lately in Pilates I've been sweating, which is another thing that convinces me like, dude, my body's changing. Don't tell me my body's not changing because my blood work says I'm normal, but my body is changing. I have never sweat in my life. I have gone to the gym. I used to have a trainer. Like I know what physical fitness is. I'm not saying I am an athlete by any means, okay? But I don't sweat. I'm not a sweater. And now I sweat. So I was like, you know what? I'm walking out of my class and my hair is all like, it looks cute, but I sometimes want it to look a little more sleek and shiny. So I've been using this one, and this one's sick, you guys. It works really great. So this is the sweat activated one, which means it works fine like a normal dry shampoo, but the minute it detects moisture on your scalp, it kind of like kicks into gear and like reactivates. Like you just put on dry shampoo. And my concern with that dry shampoo was that it was going to, have you guys ever tried those volumizing dry shampoos that feel crunchy or heavy? My concern was that it was going to be like those that are volumizing or like crunchy or heavy dry shampoos. And it's not. It feels like a normal dry shampoo, but the minute you start sweating, it's like you just put it back in. Like a new dose of dry shampoo. It's brilliant, you guys. So if you're a sweater, that might be something that you like. So where was I going with this? In between my 2 classes, we'll do the Ulta pickup, which is for the full size of that dry shampoo. Like I never thought I was going to become that person. that actually tries a travel size or a sample first before getting the full size. I'm usually the one that's like, give me the biggest you got before I even know if I'm going to like it. So I tried the travel size. I'm in love with it. So I did a drive-up pickup for another travel size and the full size. And I only added the travel because I wanted to be able to use the coupon, like I think it's $3.50 off or something. You know what I'm saying? You know that coupon. So we got that. I have a UPS return. So I got these tops. I've had these tops for a while. I had 2 or 3 colors, and I started to notice that I prefer to use these over a sports bra and a tank. There's some girls in my class that just wear a sports bra, and I'm like, what's that like? Because you look real cute, but I need these, you know? I need to wear these, otherwise it looks like there's nothing there. I need the protection, and I still get cold, so I like you know what I like. And so I was just redoing my laundry because I was just wearing these. These are super comfy. And I love them because they're that fabric that's like, oh, my boobs look enormous. You're welcome, you guys. These are super buttery. So they're what you wish leggings were, but not see-through. So you know how there's let's say 3 types of leggings. There's the ones that look cute but do nothing. Okay? Like the fabric isn't flattering, the fabric isn't thick, the fabric's not compression. They're just cute. That would be for me like my golden sheep brand. Like the ones I showed you last week that were like rainbow colors. Okay. Then you have the ones that are compression, workout, super thick, bend over to Japan and nobody can see your underwear. You know, like your athletic, maybe Lululemons. I don't know because I've never had any. But like Fabletics, those are like compression, like these. It's like a thicker fabric, but like there is nothing, like no one's going to see anything. And they're cute. And then you have the others that are athletic, but they're buttery. So if you have a buttery athletic legging, it's great for like Pilates and stuff, but there's not compression. It's not going to suck you in and like really make you feel like you can go out there and do like I don't know why this is, you know what I'm saying. So to me, that's like the 3 types of leggings. This fabric is that buttery fabric. You don't need this to be compression because then your armpit boob comes out, you know? You're welcome. Put that on OnlyFans. So the point I was trying to make is one of my errands, wow, there is really like a 1-hour story to everything I'm sharing with you guys. I really hope you guys are bored and you were like, I have nothing else to watch. Oh, Dani's putting up a video that's an hour. That'll keep me company while I nap. Okay, so I bought 3 more colors. This one, a hot pink one, and then that olive color. This is like, you know, like if you don't like it, mind your business. It's one of those colors that you either love it or you hate it. I personally love this color. It's before it was KL polish, wasn't it? Kathleen Lights lacquer. Okay, before it was Lights lacquer, it was KL polish. There was a polish that was this color and it was one of my favorites. I wore it all the fall, all the time. I haven't had the heart to get rid of it, even though it's like a different brand name now, because I really like it. But for some reason, when this one arrived, it has a stain on the right side. I think you guys saw it, but the stain is crunchy. I'm not a big returner because that just adds to my mental load and chores, but I tried to spot remove it. I was like, I'm not going to return it if it's just a stain, and it won't come off. You can't see it like this, but you can see it like this. It's hard, it's crunchy, which is weird. I don't know what maybe it was like some kind of glue or something from the factory. So we need to drop that off at the UPS store. But it is a fun vlog because we have Martha's candle collection to talk about in this vlog. So we're gonna open that at some point. And then, do you see this little mister? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then here's another one. So I came up with a different way of making pet tags, a little more demure. I swear if I hear that one more time, a little more, okay, because there are some dogs, cats, hamsters, whatever, smaller animals that have names like Leopold or Alejandro, you know? I don't know why I said it with that accent, like I don't speak Spanish, but sometimes you have little guys that have really fabulous names and the letter beads won't fit on the size of tag they need. So I've only offered tags that fit beads, but I was like, what if I do something different? Like, I put a label on the back with their name and their phone number, but the front is just cute. Because I've seen tags like that. Have you seen tags that they have like a cute design on the front and then on the back is all the information? So that's a gift for our friend April. It's like bittersweet because I'm sending a gift for her babies, but at the same time, she moved. So we can't celebrate my birthday together, which is fine. Like, I'm not upset. I'm kind of excited. I'm like, oh my God, you're in the snow. You're going to the snow. How do California people say it and we get criticized about that? I was like, I'm going to go to the snow. And the people that live in a place that snows say, you're going to go to the snow. They're very confused. And I could see the mistake here, but you got also understand where we're from, you know? So I think that's the update. I have 30 minutes before I need to leave. I'm changed and ready to go. I thought I was going to go for like a monochromatic sort of look because I need to wear sneakers. Wait, hold on. There we go. I need to wear sneakers for the 500 class. See, like, do you see how hard this is? If you saw how like deep I'm having to angle myself because the camera is really fighting the urge to look up and find my face. Hello. Oh, and then you want to hear something else? Besides the fact that the boys both have tournaments this weekend and their games are exactly 15 minutes apart. So I get to watch 4 baseball games back to back on Saturday. I don't know what's going to happen with Sophia. I might have to pack her and pack her playpen and pack her stroller because I can't be gone that long. She is such a great senior pup. If I know I'm going to be gone for more than like 4 hours, I'll leave a potty pat, like a little potty mat right by her patio door, like where we let her out. And she knows, like if mommy's not home and she can't hold it, she goes on the mat. And I never trained her to do that. She's just a good puppy. So I might have to do that because Parker's going to be gone all weekend to go see his mother. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited because he hasn't seen his mom in a long time. I'm excited because he's taking his daughters, so that'll be really good, like daddy-daughter time. And I'm also excited because I won't have to do anything. We've talked about this before. Like, I won't have to do anything. I won't have to shower. I know that's gross, but like we all have our thing, you know? We all have our thing when we don't feel like we're on the spot or on stage. Like, I want to shower. I can eat whatever I want and I don't have to ask, do you want this? How about this? Are you craving this? Like, I could literally pick whatever I want. Or I could cook, or I could just not. I could not eat a proper meal. I could do snacks all day like a teenager. The possibilities are endless. But, oh, the last thing, and then I'll let you go. I'm waiting for Sophia's vet to call us back because certain breeds of dogs, just a little backstory, obviously, like anything else I'm telling you, certain dog breeds, as they get older, they get a lot of like skin tags or like little warts on their skin. It's weird because the Topo finally got one right on his forehead, but he was already like 15 when it first showed up. Wesley never got any. Ernie never got any. Well, I don't know if Ernie really was a senior. She passed away when she was 10. My first dog, Pee-wee, never had any growth. Anyway, Sophia is covered in skin tags, like a lot. And she has one on her hind right leg. And it's probably the size of the tip of my pinky. It's gotten really big. But she's not a picker, a chewer, a nibbler or anything. She's like chewing on it. And it's bleeding. It's bothering her so much that she's hurting herself. So I called the vet on Monday and the vet tech was like, yeah, we can't do anything about it because we need to put her under. And I was like, we haven't cleaned her teeth in over a year because her liver values are high. She's on a liver supplement for it. She's notoriously high on her liver values, but because she's a senior with high liver values, it is not recommended to anesthetize her. And so I was like, I don't want to do it that way. I mean, it's a skin tag. Can't you just put one of those rubber bands on it? Can you lance it? Can you freeze it? Like, we have some options. Like, give her some Valium or Xanax, let her chill out, and then do something about it. Maybe some lidocaine. It's going to hurt, obviously, more than if she goes under, but it's going to be fast. And it's either that or her bleeding everywhere. So I called on Monday and she's like, well, we can't, but I'll take a message and we'll call you back. Bro, it's Wednesday. So I called back this morning. I was like, I'm sorry. I spoke to so-and-so. The person that answered is like the queen of the office. You know, when there's always an office and you're like, I know she's going to handle my business. So I called today and she answered and I was like, I spoke to so-and-so. She said they were going to call me back. No one's called me. She's like, oh no. Oh no, honey. Oh no, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of this. The doctor's going to call you. And I was like, I love you. So we're going to get some news on that. Hopefully we can do something to make her feel better. Because like, I wasn't one of those, when she started to get all these tags and little growths on her skin, the vet was like, well, a lot of people stack mass removal on their dental appointments and remove all of them, but it's really just cosmetic. They don't feel like anything. They don't hurt. They don't bother them unless they're in a place where they chew on them. And it's not necessary. It's just cosmetic. So I was like, okay, leave her alone. Like, let her have her little bumps, little skin bumps and lumps, you know? But now that she's hurting herself, I don't know how much time we have left with her. You know, she's going to be 16 in March. Leave my dog alone. But I want her to be comfortable. You know what else? I want you guys to be comfortable. And I think talking to a stranger on the internet for 30 minutes probably is not the most comfortable. So I'm going to let you go for now. And if you don't hear from me ever again, it's because I died in the Pilates 500 circuit class. But it's been nice. I love you guys. I'm so tired, but I survived. Are you happy to see me? Are you happy? Come here. Come here. Want to show our friends your ponytail? Want to show your friends your ponytail? Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice ponytail. Say hi to your friends. Say hi, friends. Look at my ponytail. Oh my God, Mama's blood is running to her face. I missed you. I missed you. Oh my God. You want to show everybody your boo-boo? Look at her boo-boo's here. This is her boo-boo. Look at chicken thigh, boom, boom. It's just like a skin tag. Like I told you guys, it's a skin tag. Actually, when I was pulling in, the vet called me and she's like, oh, you know, unfortunately, because the mass sounds like it's so big, freezing it won't work. There's not like those shortcut, easy outpatient type procedures that you can do for something that's so large. And I was afraid of that because, I mean, it's pretty big. It's a chunk. She might need a stitch. I told her, I was like, look, her liver values have always been high. It's just whether or not they're super high or normal high. So she's so sweet. She's like, you know what? Why don't you just bring her in for some blood work tomorrow and we'll get the results. And, oh, let me move here. Wait, Matt. So she's like, why don't you bring her in tomorrow at noon? We'll just get a little blood really fast. We'll have the results. And depending on what they say, we can schedule, she has like a little medical insurance or whatever. We take her to Banfield. So it's like a plan that we pay for her every month. And that includes dental cleaning, gives you a discount on medication. All the appointments are free. It really depends on whether or not you take your dog to the vet a lot, whether or not it's worth it. For us, it's been 1,000% worth it because you see our dogs or you've seen our experience. So tomorrow at noon, I'm going to take her in. They'll get some blood work. And if it looks relatively normal for her, then we'll schedule a dental cleaning and remove the mass at the same time. She hasn't had her teeth cleaned in a while. And that's just because the vet was like, no more vaccines, no more teeth cleaning. She's too old, leave her alone. Like, she's going to be fine. You don't board her. She doesn't go to camps or anything, so she's going to be okay. But now that they're saying, hey, well, if we're going to put her under, we might as well clean her teeth. If she's stable enough for a mass removal, she's stable enough for her teeth cleaned. And she was telling me, she's like, we could put her under heavy sedation, but heavy sedation doesn't have a breathing tube. She's like, so if something were to go wrong, it's kind of better for us to have a breathing tube in. And I didn't think about that. Under heavy sedation, they'll just give her an IV that makes her super sleepy, but it's like twilight anesthesia almost. And if something were to happen with the other type of sedation, she already has a tube in, and that would really help, you know? Like, I don't believe in those DNR, whatever, or, you know, no, do what you got to do. Vet, you got to give her your kidney, you do it. Tomorrow at noon, we'll take her in. It's 2 o'clock. Little man gets out of school at 3. So we have a little bit of time to talk about some trouble we got into. For example, this is, don't look at my strawberry Fanta, okay? We all have vices around here. And that is one of mine. Strawberry Fanta? Why is that soda so good? See this stupid, I have to like hunch over. My Pilates teachers would be so mad at me. They're like, I already have, let me fix my fake boobs. I already have like the worst posture, and this camera makes me do like these weird, like, you know, the Snow White witch with the apple posture. Like, that's my posture. So I was telling you guys about the dry shampoo. This is it. I know you guys are visual like me. So this is what I showed you guys in the haul a couple months ago. It's awesome. This is the big size, although it doesn't feel very big. It feels a little light. It's 3 ounces. It's 3.8 ounces of pressurized dry shampoo, but it's awesome. Sweat activated. I mean, you can't really tell today because I just did stretch. And then the kettlebell class, we didn't really like, I mean, we died a little bit, but we didn't really break a sweat because it was more of like an instructional video. It was more of an instructional class versus an actual exercise, but it was cool because it was almost like open mic night. We could just ask questions. So I do love questions. It just worries me to take her to the vet for something like that because, like, I see her every day on a daily basis. You know, I see a little sparkle in her eyes and her little bun, and she's so cute. But when you see her, she doesn't look like a senior dog. It's not until you see her movements that are very like delayed and slow, and she kind of gets tired really fast. I don't know. I think it's like any type of procedure thing that if you have a baby or a son or a daughter or whatever, your favorite pet, we all have a favorite. When they're going to get something done, like some kind of treatment, or when they're sick, you know, that yucky feeling? Just knowing that tomorrow they're going to stick her for a future appointment that might be a little scary. It's just, I don't know. I'm just going to not think about it right now. You know what we do want to think about? I picked these up last night. I don't think in my entire life I have seen anything this custom and this cute. So I had one of you guys message me and say, hey, Dani, can I make you some earrings? And I was like, you know what? The notes are what gets me every time. Your videos brighten my day. Thank you for sharing your light with us. So this is from Kristen. And Kristen broke up with Etsy. And everyone's breaking up with Etsy. And I am not breaking up with Etsy. Look, Etsy takes about 30% of my commission. That's a lot for doing pretty much nothing except providing the interface, which is a lot. I was talking to my son Mateo about that yesterday when we picked this up at the post office really late. He was like, well, why can't you do it? And I was like, because I'm old and I don't know how to do Shopify. He's like, okay, I can do that for you. I'm like, what? You're 12. I didn't say that, but I thought it. He's like, yeah, give me like a day on Monday. Hey, I don't have school on Monday. I'll do it for you on Monday. And I'm like, what? So Mateo's going to design a shop for us online that doesn't require Etsy. But for now, Etsy is taking all our money, which is why Kristen broke up with Etsy. And now she has her own direct website, which sells this. She said, hey, Dani, can you tell me what colors are your boys' baseball teams? And also, you're not ready for this, what their jersey numbers are? Oh, I know. So here's what I'm thinking. Hear me out. I either have all the earrings in my wagon bag. So my wagon bag has snacks, first aid kit, Lysol wipes, paper towels, tissues, my loud cup, a fan, an umbrella. So like the stuff, the contents of my wagon, so I could all keep it in my wagon. And then, for example, if it's a day where like Mateo has a game, then okay, sounds good. For Mateo's game, oh, and you know what else I need to show you guys? I guess I should have mentioned that. I don't know what your preference is. So here's a backstory. These plastic ones are stoppers. The actual backing for earrings are the metal ones. Somewhere along the lines, we lost communication and started to use these plastic ones as backings. They're not really supposed to be that. They're just to hold stuff in place because the metal's a little more like slippery. I like slippier better. And so you're supposed to throw these away, but if you actually like to use them, well, there you go. You get both. So I'm thinking on a day where just like Mateo plays, okay, perfect. I am going to use one of each. Yeah, more is more, you guys, okay? So if Mateo is playing, I'm gonna do one of each because I think the fact that there is a number, it makes it so much special, so much more special. It makes it specialer. So look at, that's for Mac Attack. Isn't that cute? But for example, this weekend, they both play in the tournament. At the same time, no, not at the same time. I mean, there's 4 games back to back, I was telling you. So instead of me getting in the car and having to change in and out, I thought I'm gonna wear a blue skirt, a red shirt, and then I'll wear each of their numbers in each of my ears. Shut up. Isn't that adorable? I can't even. And if I'm like, you know what? I don't want people to be nosy or knowing that like the picture is my son. Okay, maybe I do want to know the picture is my son. Daniel is the cutest little pitcher ever. What's the name of the Texas pitcher? Nolan Ryan. He pitches just like him, but like in fun size. With like the leg up in the air, like doing gymnastics. I knew nothing about baseball like 5 minutes ago. And now that my boys play, I'm like, Nolan Ryan. You know? So yeah, this is gonna be my Saturday look. So I'll put that in the next vlog. But I mean, if you don't wanna be obnoxious and have their numbers, you know, there's always the jersey. Oh, I can't. These are laser cut, right? Like that's what this is laser. I don't know, but I gotta learn whatever this is because it is so cute. Could you imagine? I can't stop looking. They're so pretty. I can't, let me see if I can show you guys. Maybe with better lighting, you can tell how sparkly they are. They're like really, and you see the baseball. There's the baseball on there. So we got Mac Attacks, we got Daniels, and she hooked me up. Honestly, she hooked me up because I have the jerseys and the numbers for both of the kids. So like on, I don't remember when it was. I think it was Monday that Mateo played. I could just worn Mateo's. And then today they both play and we're gonna have to be all over the place. So I think I'm gonna do this. I'm taking Daniel to the first half of his game and then co-parent's gonna meet me there and then I'm gonna switch to the other field and go to Mateo's second half of his game and then take him home. But those are so cute. You wanna see what else is cute? Do you wanna see what else is cute? Oh, look at these. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, they're not just cute. They're not just pandas. Oh, sure, it's nice that it's a panda because we're all pandas, right? Oh, sure, it's nice that it's cute. But you know why it's like the trifecta of perfection? Because they're chubby. Oh, my goodness. Look at these cuties. Oh, my God, they're so precious. I'm like, can we go to the zoo? Like, is there a trip to the zoo we can have on the books so that we can wear these earrings? Or I don't know, go to Target. I probably should have mentioned her brand because I'm an asshole. We're breaking up with Etsy. You can find her new shop at PlumeHollowDesigns.com. PlumeHollowDesigns.com. That's her brand. I wanted to make sure that I like stopped what I did. I left it at the back entrance of my house. So like when I walked in, all feeling gross from my stretch class, that I was like, we talk about Kristen's shop. So what do we think? I mean, I'm set. I'm ready to go for later today. view, like the lighting is very graphic. I feel like I need to change spots. So we're gonna go sit somewhere else because I have to show you what arrived in the mail. Why am I this way, you guys? Why am I this way? I'm gonna put you over here. Is the lighting better over here? Can you still see my stuffed bra? Let's see. Okay, so Ulta is doing, okay, first of all, if you guys are not, if you haven't been around the sun at least 35 years, you probably aren't familiar that Black Friday sales are a bunch of crock. And basically, they hike up their prices and then give it a really good sale price so that you feel like they're actually cheaper and they really aren't. So if you find something, I would say between 25 to 40% off, that's probably the same price you're gonna get it for Black Friday. So don't wait, because then what happens is it's gonna take a really long time for it to arrive, right? And if you're as impatient as I am, it's not worth it. So what Ulta's been doing now is staggering their early Black Friday sales. And it's like, okay, now's the chance, because if you have a coupon, if you have a birthday reward, if you have a Rakuten or Honeybee or whatever your extra savings is, and it's a high percentage, you gotta take advantage. So I don't know what's gotten into me, but I used to be the queen of, what is it called when you have backups? I used to be the queen of backups. Man, there wasn't a sale that I wouldn't take advantage of, and I always had at least 2 to 3 backups of my favorite shave cream, body lotion, body wash, eye cream. I always had backups. But I started to accumulate way too many things, and I was like, this is a problem. So I stopped. But what ended up happening now is the total opposite. I actually ran out of shaving cream the other day. I actually ran out of body wash the other day. Luckily, I was doing like a grocery run and stuff, so I was able to get stuff. But when I saw the early Black Friday sale, I found a couple of my favorite products at a big discount. They had a free gift with purchase. I had like $23 in rewards points. I had a coupon. So I stacked everything and it arrived. I ordered it Monday and it arrived today, Wednesday. So I was like, huh, okay, Ulta, very impressed. Also very impressed with the wrapping. Usually it is not this good. If I had to pick a company that sucks at shipping, it's Ulta. Sorry, it's my favorite beauty product retailer. I was gonna say store. It's my favorite beauty product retailer, but their shipping is the worst. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I got 2. Did I get 2 or 3? Because I'm a terrible person. I got 3 of the Murad Acne Control Cleanser. This is a facial cleanser that I use on my back to prevent this from happening. You guys, and now that I've been working out, I have to say it that way because then I don't feel obnoxious. Now that I've been working out, I have to be really careful that I don't skip a day. So these were like 50% off. Okay, if I use it every day, mostly. If I use it every day, mostly, and I've noticed that I'm breaking out, my back gets really bad in the fall and winter because of all the fabric and the night sweats and the perimenopause. And so I have to not skip a day during the winter, and it doesn't dry out my skin, which is great. But in the summer, I think because it's like airy and breathy back there and I'm always in the sun, it's just never bad. As soon as like the weather shifts, can you tell out there it's like super gloomy, then bad stuff happens. Your eyes don't deceive you, it's 4 of a kind. Yeah, I should break jingles. I've been wanting to retire from YouTube. When I said I'm gonna retire at this time, I'm gonna retire at this, I need to retire. But in the meantime, my favorite body wash. We don't need to talk about it. Caress sucks. You Caress. Okay, this is the Smoothie Star from Soap and Glory. I love how it smells. If you have a spouse or you share a shower with someone that loves to use your beauty products, it's any gender friendly because it just smells like fancy almond oil. Love it. It was also on sale. It was BOGO 40% off. So I got that. I have a teenager now. Not really, almost though. In January, an official teenager. And so he came downstairs. Oh my God, I hope he doesn't watch this ever in his life. He came downstairs on Monday and he's like, Mom, when you have a couple minutes, can you look at my pimple? And I was like, only if I can pop it. Just kidding. We need to develop like healthy hygiene practices, right? Or skills. And so I thought that. But I was like, yeah, absolutely, buddy, come here. And so he had, I'm sorry, this kid, for his first pimple, for his first ever pimple, to be a whitehead that is red, swollen, like bulging, about to burst right here. I was like, do you even love my baby? Like, that is a terrible experience. That's almost as bad as getting a pimple on your lip or your eyebrow. He got it right on like the bottom little curve of his nose. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, let me look at it. Scratch. And he was like, ah! And I was like, it's okay, you can cry. I was like, you're not actually crying. Your eyes are just watering because it's in a place that no matter how old you are and how many pimples you get, will always hurt. So if you need to let it out, you let it out, baby. He's like, okay, good. And so we just cleaned it up, put a little toner on there and a little pimple patch. And I was like, when you walk to school, just leave it on. The minute you get there, just take it off. Just let it dry it out. But yeah, he's playing baseball now and he's all sweaty. And I mean, they're boys. They don't have terrible hygiene, but they're boys and they're almost teenagers, so they do have terrible hygiene. Anyway, I got my little man facial cleanser. He was like, well, I have body wash in the shower. I was like, it's not for your face. He's like, but it says body on it. I'm like, but it does say face on there. He's like, my face is a part of my body. I'm like, oh God, why do I live with 3 men? I live with 3 men that are like, we are robots. What are feelings? Let's be logical for everything, you know? And I'm like, woo! I'm gonna get you some soap that is just for your face. And of course, just like everything, when I buy them clothes, when I buy them snacks, when I buy them, I would get one for here and one for dad's, one for here, one for dad's. So now there's no excuse of why his face is dirty at one place and not the other. These were also on sale. I think they were BOGO 40% off. I don't think I'm ever gonna break up with this. I don't think I'm ever gonna break up with the Purity cleanser. That's all I gotta say. I don't think so. I went through my entire stash. I went through all my typology. I went through a Pixie cleanser. I went through, oh shoot, what is that other brand? I went through like, it'll be in my empties soon here, but I went through like 4 or 5 different brands. I was like, it's a cleanser. Oh, Glow Recipe. It's a cleanser. Like, just need some scrub and bubbles for my face, you know? It's no big deal. And I found a little travel size of, see what I'm having to do because of this camera? It's like, I found a little travel size, a little tiny. And I used it and I was like, why did I stop? Why did I stop? It's so good. I know, it's like, it's bad for you. It has black pepper and I really like it. I love it. I love it when I have makeup on. I love it when I'm sweaty. I love it when nothing's wrong. I love it when I'm hormonal. I love the cleanser and I refuse to break up with it. This is the only fun that I bought that I know nothing about. The Kiehl's Crème de Corps and the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid Toner. Oh, not for what you would expect. Nope. So this apparently is one of the most popular items, not only by Kiehl's, but one of the most popular body lotions ever. And when I'm talking about ever, I mean from the drugstore lover to the person that uses La Mer for their, you know, stuff. Like, this is one of the most popular body lotions. And y'all know winter's basically here. And when winter is here, alligator on fleek, you know, like the dryness from here down really is showing out. It's given me like archaeological dig, you know what I mean? So everyone says this lotion changes their life. So I was like, okay, gotta try it. You can't tell me a lotion's gonna change your life and then me not be able to try it. And then this is a toner that I wanna use for 2 things, and none of those are my face. I know. So apparently this toner is great for your underarms if you use it every day after you shower, after a few weeks of using it, you don't get body odor. Now, to me, that sounds far-fetched because the minute I turned 13, Japan knew I had hit puberty. You know what I mean? So I'm not holding my breath on that front. I will say this though. When I was doing a better job at using my First Aid Beauty toner pads, which I still do. I just got lazy and I stopped using it in my underarms. So anyway, when I used to regularly do my face and then whatever was left, I'd wipe under my armpits and then put on deodorant. Whoa, what happened? Yeah? What did you up? Are you mad? Oh, I haven't heard your voice in months. Oh, shit. Wow. Are we home invaded? Is there someone here? Oh, man, come here. Maybe you want to talk to your friends. She's barking at the door. She's not barking at us. I was like, maybe I'm doing too much physical comedy and she's like not feeling it. How are we doing? Are we okay? Let me move my bracelet so it didn't stab you. So, anyway, when I would religiously tone my face and then I'd wipe my underarms, put on deodorant. And it wouldn't matter if I forgot to put on deodorant. It wouldn't matter if I was having a very sweaty day, whatever. It wouldn't matter that I'm perimenopause. I wouldn't stink. And I stopped. Well, anyway, apparently this is magical. It's like a cure for the stank. And I don't know about you, but I'm not going to change how I eat. I'm not going to change how I move. And I'm certainly not going to change my chemistry, like my body's chemistry. So this in your underarms supposedly cures the odor. And the other thing is if you take a little bit on your hands, and I wish I remembered her handle. Do you guys ever watch anybody religiously? Like you follow them on Instagram, you like all their stuff. Anna, her name is Anna Groves. And I was like, I can't remember her handle. I'm the biggest. So Anna Groves, she was like, you take a little squirt on your hand and you wipe it on your ankles and then you follow it up with this. You will never have dry or cracked heels. It doesn't sound hard. It sounds like something that I could easily do because, you know, the colder weather's here, so I'm wearing socks. My biggest concern is like leaving the track marks throughout the house from putting anything on my feet. But fall and winter is here, so socks are here, which means I could easily do the glycolic on my ankle, a little bit of lotion, put on some socks, and then have soft feet all the time. So I really am excited about that. So those are the two newbies that I discovered, and I'll let you know how they work. You know what convinces me to place my order online? Because I'm a fan of drive up pickup because immediate gratification. But you know what makes me pull the trigger on online? The amount of free crap that they give you, and I'm not talking like a miniature sample. I'm talking big stuff, like a full size. Now, well, I've gotten full size stuff. I get full size stuff a lot, but I'm talking like this is travel size mouthwash, yeah? Then we have this decent bar of the Mega Babe underarm soap. I've tried this before, it didn't work for me. Don't hold your breath. Travel size of this awesome exfoliator from First Aid Beauty. Look at this massive size of the body wash from Osea, whatever. This is a full size, and this is a really expensive non-toxic brand. Look at, I think it's a glass bottle. It's a hard plastic bottle, but the original is glass and it looks just like that, like a smoky glass bottle. This is massive and it's a body wash. Look, clean beauty, vegan, cruelty-free, climate neutral certified, mother and daughter founded. Really cool, right? I mean, look, all this stuff. Lots of cool stuff. Let me show you guys. I'm so tired of doing this. I really hope this is the answer to our prayers. Do you see, look, I'm putting it down on the counter. So shouldn't the camera come up? I mean, it's a gimbal. Can you take your foot out of my pants? Okay. So I'm having to do this a lot So I am going to list Kristen's website if you guys want to get cute little earrings like this. You guys, I have a feeling I'm going to sell the heck out of these. Not like I make commission. That made it sound like I'm making commission. I am going to help out Kristen so much just on our team alone. I could just feel it. I could feel it. Or maybe just at these tournaments, I'm sure moms are going to be like, hey, how about those earrings? I'm going to be like, Kristen, you should have given me more business cards, honestly. So I'll link her website. I will link the haul from Ulta. I won't link my strawberry Fanta because get your own. And I'll link this little camera, the dry shampoo, all that stuff. All the stuff we've been talking about. Why am I short of breath? I don't usually have like busy days like this where I'm in and out, in and out, in and out. So my age is showing. I really like these earrings. I thought they were gonna be big, but they're like the perfect size. Anyway, I gotta go and set this up. I also have to make fake dinner today. Do you guys have a fake dinner? For us, our favorite fake dinner is I'll make veggies, but I'll throw the Fiesta Italiano, I think it's called. This one. This is the best lasagna. And Stouffer's has a lot of lasagnas. No, this one. This is the only one that's worthy of being like your Insta dinner or your cheat dinner. So I got to get that going. We have such a busy afternoon, you guys, but I'm obviously going to ADD here and not do anything that I'm supposed to do. But I will definitely say hi to you guys later. Bye. Oh, swing your bat, baby boy. Good eye, puppy.
Warriors, 2-2. Make him a hitter, 10. Ready, defense. Good down, 3-2. Good eye. Good. All right, Daniel. Hey.
Wait, my bag is in the back of Dad's car.
That means all the leather is gonna get smelly. Hey you guys, happy Wednesday? No, happy Thursday. Clearly I just woke up. It's Halloween, okay? Today is Halloween. I was woken up by a storm that was really angry. I'm whispering because the kids are still asleep. And you guys know that the minute they wake up, your day starts. I mean, obviously my day is starting now because every year on Valentine's Day, my mom would get us a little Valentine. So when we woke up, it was like a little Valentine's Day gift that was sitting at our breakfast table. I do that now for my boys on Valentine's, Easter, and Halloween. And so I have my sleepy voice, I have my pajamas, I got my dirty hair. I'm going to show you that really quick before we get the day started. Then I'll come back later and I'll let you know how we did yesterday. It was bananas. Keep in mind we're in playoffs, okay? So this is Mateo's spot where he sits in the morning. And we got a little teddy bear. Have you guys seen these? They're like blind boxes, but they have a teddy bear inside that looks psychotic. They like them. I don't know why, but here we are. They have one that smells like pizza. I don't know if these smell like the Halloween ones, but pretty sure it does. And it's like not a cute smell. Then we got them some crazy errands. You know how they feel about putty. I love crazy errands too because it reminds me of, do you guys remember that putty that used to come in an egg? It's kind of like that, except it has really cute stuff in it. Like this one has sneakers. Do any of you guys have a kid that doesn't want to crease their sneakers so they walk like they crap their pants? No? Just me? And then this is the part where I'm letting Mateo still be little. He came home and he was like, Mom, did you know they have really small pumpkins? I mean, really small pumpkins, like tiny pumpkins. And I was like, yeah. Oh, can we get one, please? Can we get one? So I was like, I don't know if we'll be able to find one, but let's try. So I found these at the store. I thought they were so cute. No, what is that? Oh, it's just dirt. And then Daniel's Got another Deddy Bear, a blue one. Ooh. This is Aaron's Putty, the comic book one. It says up there by my thumb. Comic book has little sprinkles in it. Doesn't that look like Daniel in a pumpkin? So cute. Wow. Do I look green? I feel like I look green, a little green. So we have a busy day. I told you I wasn't gonna get into it tonight because it's too early and I hate whispering. It feels so unnatural. I'll tell you guys later, but we have a busy day. But most importantly, we gotta get busy for school. And that's the worst kind of busy. Just got out of the shower. It is almost 11 o'clock. I kind of have to hustle here. That is not a bra, that is a posture corrector. I have to hustle because I still have to eat. I have to pack the orders that I showed you. I think I showed you yesterday. And then I have to take Sophia to the vet at noon. So we're kind of in a bit of a time crunch. But before I wrap the orders, I want to show them with you guys. You guys said you do like to see the sparkle. So we're going to try it. I'm going to try and put you in here. Oh. Okay. Does that work? Look at these cuties. This is a return customer. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. It's Mignon. These are gifts for her significant other. I wanted to show you guys this one because I think all I show you guys is glitter, but there doesn't have to be glitter in your bauble. I have some that I make like these here. This one has fleck. So this is like a foil fleck, and we have gold and silver on one side, and then I did black on the other. And then this is just a clear resin with a couple of drops of some like resin color, and we can do pretty much most primary colors, nothing too extravagant, you know, something I can knock out of a bottle. But these are 2 keychains. I still have to add the wristlets for these, like the little elastic wristlets. And then I have these little doggy tags. Actually, no, these are cat tags. These are pet tags. I have to get into the habit of saying pet tag because I get the question of, do you make them for cats? And all of the tags that I did this time were actually for cats. So this is for Fina and Lalo. Look how cute. Miss Fina's has some little tacos in there, some lips and flowers. And then Lalo's has crowns, soccer balls, little clouds. So cute, right? And then you're going to recognize this special order for one of my online digital besties. She basically said, do whatever you want. Ordered this. Oh my goodness. Look at these good looking fellas. And then I did a couple charms to go with the back, which she did not suggest the back. She just sent me this photo. But she said, everything else is up to you. So I had one photo to work with. And I thought, you know what? Let's make it extra special for our friend. And I added pictures of her parents who have now passed away. So, you know, April's a lot like me, where she carries her feelings heavy and obvious, which is really hard to do this day and age in this world, where you're constantly judged and scrutinized and gaslit, invalidated. And so to be so sensitive and vulnerable in this time it's a gift, you know? And so she's been very vocal about her. I have chocolate on my hand. It's Halloween, okay? And on Halloween, if you don't have a little candy in the morning, is it really Halloween? Okay? Gosh. Should probably not hold it with this hand anymore after I licked it, huh? Before you say anything, every time an order goes out, I put on gloves. I think you guys have seen me wear the gloves. I put on gloves. I wipe everything down with like a little alcohol, like, you know those little prep pads, like when you get a shot? I wipe everything down with this and then with a microfiber cloth. So it's gonna be okay. So anyway, April is just someone that you can easily watch. You know, it feels like you're hanging out with a friend. It doesn't feel produced or staged. It doesn't feel disingenuous. It's normal. It's a breath of fresh air, you know? And so being so vocal about the grief of her mom passing and, you know, losing her dad, it's something that is so unfortunate, but also so relatable. So I thought this would be a great way to commemorate that and just, you know, give her something cute and sparkly to hold on to and to think about her cuties and her parents. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cute. I'm very proud of myself. You know what else I'm proud of? Okay, so on the Etsy listing for pet tags, I give you a couple of options. I think there's like 8 options or something. I do have smaller ones, but if you want the letter beads so that it looks like a Swiftie bracelet, if you want the letter beads, we're very limited to how long your pet's name is based on the size of the tag. Does that make sense? So like if your pet has a very long, fabulous, fancy name, but they're tiny, like a Chihuahua named Vicente, it's not gonna fit. But I thought, okay, well, they deserve some sparkle and bling too. What can we do? So I'll put some pictures up too, so that gives me a little more control of what I show you. Look at these tiny little fish tags. Cats like fish, right? Isn't that a thing? Look at these little fishies. So we got one for Mr. Bob, one for Sunrise, and then I think I showed you the blue one yesterday for Mr. Charlie. Look at that. How cute is that? And then on the back, okay, just pretend you can see it. There's like the name and the phone number, obviously. You can also put an email. Oh, what else could you do? Maybe the address if you don't want your contact information out there. I just figure the easiest way to reach somebody is a phone number, because I thought about that. Like, okay, you can do pet tags with an address, but what if you just like see the pet, but you can't actually grab the pet? You can't like drive all the way to their house and tell them and then hope that the pet just waited where you saw them, you know? So we have these 3 little tiny fish bones. Aren't they cute? I can't. They're so cute. Anyway, I don't know why I thought this was a great idea. Do you want to see where you were placed? You were inside this light box. Yeah, you know, just being creative. Okay, I need to drop those off in the post office on my way to Sophia's appointment. I just heard my air fryer going off because I need to eat some chicken. And I lost my train of thought. So Sophia's appointment. This appointment's important because it's going to decide or determine whether or not she can have the mass on her leg removed. And if she's going to go under, they might as well clean her teeth. So that'll be potential good news. Regardless, I mean, I could just bandage it up, but it's going to be kind of hard to have a bandage on for like the rest of forever. You know what I mean? What else was I going to tell you guys? Oh my God, yesterday. So Mateo had a playoff game and Daniel had a playoff game, 2 separate fields. So co-parent took Mateo to his, which was 30 minutes earlier. His game is almost 2 hours. It's an hour and 45 minutes. At the 1 hour mark, they were, I think, 15-0. They were up 15-0. So the 2 coaches just decided to call it a game. Because even if they did like the 2 additional innings with mercy rule, like they still couldn't have won. So they just called the game, which means I didn't have to switch fields at all. I just stayed there. Co-parent came, his girlfriend came, her little son, and we just watched pretty much all of Daniel's game, which unfortunately didn't win. So now they're in the lower bracket championship, which is fine because they did really well. The team they went up against is, I think, 1st or 2nd in the league. They've played them 2 times before and lost by a lot. Last night, they only lost by 3, I think. So it was crazy. It was fun. It was exciting to watch. And halfway through Daniel's game, it started to pour. Almost like you just flipped a switch at like a Hollywood studio, like a filming studio. You just flipped a switch and it just started to, like, the umps were like, should we just call it? If they had called the game when it was raining, it would have been a forfeit in our favor because we were ahead. But you know, things happen for a reason. Daniel wasn't disappointed. He got to pitch. He was the starting pitcher and he did great. So it was fun. It was a good experience. But the rain was pretty it was pretty cool because it was like out of a movie. It was hard to believe that was actually happening. And then the field kind of cleared up. It got really chilly. It was super cool. It was very fall. Last night we had a crazy storm. It's not supposed to rain for the rest of today, so we'll see how trick-or-treating goes. I know... Oh, what is that doing there? Anyway, what was I telling you before I squirreled out? Pun intended. Yeah, so the game was out of a movie. It was completely out of... Oh. You know... I gotta take this. I'll talk to you later.